The tranquil beauty of Mindanao is seductively deceptive. 4 decades of fighting between the Filipino government and separatist groups have torn apart families and communities, leaving a legacy of poverty, hunger, and death. In a recent upsurge, 700,000 people were forced to flee their homes and livelihoods.
More than 90% of the population here fled. They went all the way to Ozamis.
In early 2010, a truce was declared, but many found that laying down roots again was not an easy task.
So when they returned to their homes, they have nothing. Their houses were burned. There is no harvest for those who are agricultural based.
Now it's the women who are digging in, taking their future into their own hands on the front lines by literally sowing the seeds of hope. Baikan Macaraya runs the World Food Program's operation for the northern part of the island. She was approached by women who recently returned to their village near Lanao de Sur, asking WFP to support the improvement of fishing grounds by planting these mangroves.
When we started the program, in partnership with the government and other stakeholders in the community, they started to return and rebuild their lives. But the crucial point there is actually building trust.
It's all about empowering women, giving them a say in their families and the community. Much more than eggplants and string beans grow here.
In Mindanao, they used to call the men only as farmers. So any opportunity for support to farmers are only given to men. Through this communal garden of women, it's where they become part of the community with a voice.
Creating bonds is crucial for the future of Mindanao. For more than a year, the villages of Medea and Pataki were in no man's land. 1/3 of the homes were destroyed. WFP has been using food to help rebuild the community. When these villagers ingeniously devised a way to make rope from discarded bags of rice, WFP provided the bags and supported the business with a 3-month ration of rice. It's a fragile truce, but if there's anything keeping it from unraveling, it's the strength that comes from these women working together.
We're looking at women, talking to other women in other households, and hopefully talking to other people in other communities. They're actually talking about the hopes of their children, of the future generation.
For Hungry Planet, I'm Jonathan Dumont.
Food prices are on the increase globally, and those who feel it most are poor families who spend the majority of their income on food. In Pakistan, the catastrophic flooding in summer 2010 caused enormous damage to major crop and vegetable producing areas. Shoppers in the market are still complaining about the impact.
It's not good at all. Everything has gone up. Vegetables, rice, beans, wheat, flour, dal. The floods and rising prices have made it difficult to buy enough.
When food prices rose sharply in 2007 and 2008, the EU, working with FAO and WFP, started a €40 million food facility project. A small component was food aid, but the emphasis was on increasing food production to make more food available to over 1 million of Pakistan's most vulnerable people.
The issue is the accessibility, the people purchasing power. Maybe food is available, but the people don't have the money to buy. Therefore, we are addressing this issue that let's go to those areas which are food vulnerable, where the people are poor. They are ready to invest, but they don't have the resources.
The project provided seeds, fertilizer, and training for growing more food in a proficient way. Here in Butiwala, one of 340 target villages, 1 acre of land was donated for kitchen gardening. 16 people who had no land at all were given an equal share. The impact has been huge.
People will only grow for cotton or for wheat. There was no concept like this. Now there are about, in each plot, there are 14 varieties of different vegetables.
Amina Shakil received a plot of land. It's close to her home, so she's able to come here every day.
We started planting vegetables 2 years ago. Now we are growing enough vegetables not just for our own homes, but we also sell to our neighbors and relatives.
Amina is preparing her evening meal, helped by her close family. The women all agree that nutrition in the village has improved, thanks to the addition of a variety of vegetables in their daily diet.
It's a healthy activity, and we want other villages to adopt this. I would like to share our training and experience with others nearby and increase the success.
High and volatile food prices can only be mitigated with increased investment to boost agriculture, livestock and food production at country level. When there is this commitment, successful results can be achieved. For Hungry Planet, I'm Gillian Hazel.
In a remote village in the Alta Vera Pass region of Guatemala, Marie Ana Gonzalez weaves as her Mayan ancestors have done for generations. The cloth she creates employs traditional colors, but with a modern touch. Her textiles are bound for specialty houseware shops in the United States, markets that most poor weavers here can only dream of.
Maria Ana is a national success story. Her vision and her experience are what helped her to attract buyers.
Few may possess Maria Ana's talents, but Guatemala's poorest rural regions are filled with weavers, nearly 1 million of them, and most are women. When they're not farming, they produce textiles to sell in local markets. They earn little for their efforts, according to the International Fund for Agricultural Development, or IFAD, whose projects assist poor farmers in the region.
We saw there was potential to strengthen these groups of weavers and to improve the production of textiles. But to improve means innovate, and to innovate means to introduce new designs.
That's where Gabby Gomez comes in. She's an industrial designer working for Ag Export, a private institution that's been helping local weavers like Mariana make their designs more appealing to foreign tastes. With support from IFAD, weavers were also given technical training and loans to upgrade looms. So far, the creative collaboration has been paying off. Mariana and her group of 11 weavers have created their own line of fabrics and their own label.
This is one of our designs. People like it a lot. It has 20 colors. It sells well here and also abroad.
Creating a new fabric starts with arranging threads according to the color pattern. Later, Mariana discusses the client's order with the other weavers. Each works independently at home, but when all their production comes together, it must pass a rigorous quality control inspection before it's packed and ready for transport. After a long journey to Guatemala City,
Mariana delivers the group's latest order to the exporter Mayan Hands, which sells the fabrics in the United States. Negotiating the final price is crucial. Before Maria Ana learned to calculate the cost of materials and labor, she was losing money. Now members of her group earn about 90% more than they had when selling in local markets. But her passion for weaving is about more than money. Mariana wants to preserve weaving traditions and to create opportunities for future generations.
For Hungry Planet, I'm James here.